Howdy y'all and welcome to Lac Lives. I think it's time we play a little Minecraft. Alright, so today we are gonna work on the first sitting room, or whatever you want to call this. So I am not quite sure what I want to do with it yet, to be honest. Oh, I want to turn down my sounds. That's what I want to do. Yep. Let's patch it. Let's patch Minecraft and let's not make my sound stay where it belongs. It's so bizarre. I don't understand. Why is that so hard to patch in? Just fix it. I don't want my sound to change. I set my sound on a certain profile, right? I mean, they're in separate profiles now. Put your config so that it's saved on. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one experiencing this. Maybe my profile file or my config file is set to read only or something accidentally. I don't know. I don't understand why it can't just remember what I want. So anyways, we have to pick some colors for the sitting room. I was imagining in my head that it was going to be red, white, and gold. But doesn't necessarily have to be that. What if we went with some greens? We haven't done greens in a while. I could go with some green and some lime. And we could do the floor up in some... and a lot of choices here for floor coloring. If I do green walls, what am I gonna do for the floors? I think I'm gonna do green walls though. I kind of wanna do that. So let's grab some cactus green. I may or may not have any. And oh, I definitely have some green stained clay. Okay, I'm looking. No. I'm looking. No. I'm looking. If I don't say I'm looking, then I'm not looking. Ooh, maybe we could do something crazy with the red sand for the flooring. That's glass, right? Yeah. There's some cactus green. That's the one I was just in. Oh, that's green wool. That's not helpful. That's lime wool. That's not helpful. Some yellow wool. Lots of colors of wool in here. Not the ones I need. Oh, I don't need wool anyway. That's what I'm talking about. I need stained clay. Okay, there's some lime dye, so that'll be helpful. Oh, you know, we could use maybe some yellow in there for the floor too. Because the yellow stained clay, I was thinking wool, but if we make it smooth, that would be different. We could use some yellow in there, that'd look nice. No. I can't believe I don't have any cacti. Weird. I thought I gathered up a whole bunch in the desert. Let me check the furnaces. Maybe I put it in the furnace to cook. Nope. It's just all nether brick. Alright. Well, then let's head out through my various chests that I've left places and see if I've got any tucked away in those. So it's been a pretty quiet week here. I haven't probably got as much done as I'd like to have. Still playing. We tried a new mod pack this week. It's been pretty fun. Put a lot of hours into that. Try out the new Departed mod pack, which I kind of like. It doesn't have any tech in it though, and I really like tech. And I'm not that big of a fan of straight magic-based packs. And there's a lot of different tech packs, so you could choose what you wanted pretty easily. And they chose none, which I don't know. I'm not. I mean, they're okay, magic-based packs. I just like the tech stuff better. Yeah, I've got nothing. Nothing. No. No, nothing. Did I check the ones out? I did check the ones out there, right? I don't remember checking the ones out there. I checked the ones out here, but I didn't check the furnace. And I don't think there's any in the furnace, but let's just give it a quick glance. Oh, dang it. And see. No, potatoes. I could probably take some of these potatoes. Right, that was just... I remember green being in there, but it was not what I wanted. We've got some clay here to get started with, so... we can get started with that. We could probably still use some white... like some quartz slabs, maybe. I hate using so much quartz. I really need to use white wool, I think, instead of the quartz, but I just like the quartz. Or maybe blocks of iron? I don't know. Let's take some quartz, and we'll take some iron, and then I will find my axe. And we'll take this in with us. I did put the air conditioner in this week, and that was a bit of a pain. I have I guess I've never really read up on air conditioner maintenance before, and I'm in a fairly large room. And so I wanted an air conditioner big enough to cool this room and a room just slightly down the hallway from it. Although the one slightly down the hallway doesn't need to be cleaned doesn't need to be cooled that badly. It does need to be cleaned. It's we're at the end of the week. It's vacuuming time again, and dusting probably. I hate dusting, so... and, so, you know, I didn't see any hardened clay really out there either. I need to head back out to my clay area. Alright, I need to get rid of this and this. I don't even know why I have you guys. I don't need string. I don't need spider eyes. I don't need bones. I don't need arrows because I have... Oh, I thought that was a creeper. It was rain starting. I'm gonna go sleep so I can get rid of the rain. Oh, dude, I need to do something about this too. I like the way that lightning shone through the window there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I had to tear that whole thing apart. It was terrible. It's big too. It's probably like a 70, 80 pound air conditioner, right? It goes in the window, but it fills the entire window. Oh, right, it fills one half of the window, I guess. It takes two of us to put it in the window. It's really heavy, and so working with it isn't the most pleasant thing. You know what? Shouldn't this be 3 blocks here? Or even 4 blocks? Instead of 2? I think this should be 3, so this would start here, and what I was thinking was, would it look nice with the lighter clay as trim? I mean, they do look nice together. What in the world? Get in there. I mean, that looks pretty nice to me. And then... and then maybe we do some kind of, like, pattern here. Oh, let me make sure I'm doing this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So the inside of this should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually in one too far. Okay. So like that. And then I need some useless stone, some cobble here. But yeah, I had to take the whole, like, outside cover off. I mean, I'd hosed it down with a hose a couple of times during the year to, you know, clean the dust out of it. But man, last year it just went terrible. Stopped working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? I made a even room here. 8. We're not doing that. We gotta be 9. You don't make even things in Minecraft. Alright, so 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh, wait, what did I just do? 1, 2, 3. Oh, on the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. On the fourth one. I'll put up some green there, I guess. Try and make some kind of little design here. Okay, I think I got enough to see if I like this or not. So I took the outside cover off, and it didn't look that dirty. I mean, it needed to be cleaned because I didn't clean it last year when I took it out, put it in the closet. Alright, and then... what if I take this out, though, and I put a piece of glowstone in there? That might look nice. Oop, I'm going to need that. Let me go grab some glowstone. See what that looks like. So, you know, I cleaned the filter and vacuumed out the spider webs. There were a lot of spider webs in it, but I don't know if that was pre or post taking it out of the window. Because they weren't suction to it, they were just there. So I think those were after I put it in the closet. And so I went and vacuumed all that out, and you know, I'm like, oh, well, this is a little dirty, but it's not terrible. It's not, air won't go through it terrible, you know. The back of it was perfectly clean because I had hosed that off multiple times, trying to make sure that nothing was clogged up. What happened was, I've had it for a while. You know, I wonder if... is this my silk touch? What if I put the glowstone one back? I've got an idea here. I want to do glowstone here, and then I'm gonna put a little... see if we can't put a little flower in there. That might look nice. I tell ya, I need run boots. I need boots that just put you constantly in run mode. Do they have that in vanilla? I know they have it in modded. But oh yeah, I forgot about this chest over here. And you have exactly what I need, so that's awesome. Actually, I need 3 of you. 3 of you. And then I'm gonna grab... what would look nice in there? Grab one of these guys, I think. Got a little yellow, got a little green, got a little white. And so I couldn't figure out what was going on with it, and it's plugged in to the correct breaker, right? I mean, it's sharing the breaker. I mean, with some other things plugged in. Oh yeah, that's later. I was gonna combine the flower and the pot together. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. Little alcove thing in here. Probably get one of those on this side too. If I had more hardened clay to finish this off with. Okay, now that's the back wall here. And then I'm out of clay. Although I could swap that out for... what if I tried a redstone lamp instead? I might like a redstone lamp. Might look a little better. Okay, first I must need some redstone. I need a stick as well. Do I got any sticks? I do have a stick. And I got cobblestone on me. I'm really surprised I don't already have redstone lamps. But it would blow the breaker, right? And so it would run, and some days it would run fine. And so I couldn't figure out what is going wrong with it. And it ran fine the first 2 years. I didn't do anything different. So I took everything off the second year. I didn't start having problems until the end of the second year. And so I thought, well, maybe I need to get a new air conditioner, or maybe it only happened on the couple of days that were the hottest. And so I thought maybe it was a power company issue, right? You know, that it's the power is dimming down, running out too far for the air conditioner to stay on, and it's tripping the breaker or something. And so I wound up... oh, I like that a lot better than just a plain glowstone. Oh yeah. We'll need another one of those over there when I get to it. I'm going to have to go run and get some more clay and stuff, so I'll be able to concentrate more on my story here and maybe finish it. Alright. All this stuff has got to hang out here while I go get that. I got to get as much of this out of my inventory so I have room for... First, we're going to have to swing by the desert to get some cactus. And then we'll have to swing by the clay place to get some clay. But the... yeah, I don't know. It just... it runs fine. The fan comes on, it runs fine. It starts cooling, and that runs fine. And then after a while, it's just like... And so I was reading, and it's like, what could be wrong with it, right? You go to the internet, you're like, air conditioner makes funny noise and shuts off, right? And it's like, oh, well, it could be the compressor, but then it's like, if it's cooling, then it's not the compressor. I'm like, well, it's cooling, and it cools for a while. And they just stop. I'm like, well, maybe it's overheating. And then I'm like, okay, so if it's overheating, though, it won't come back on. And so, but it comes right back on as soon as I turn the power back on. And then they're like, maybe it's not getting enough power, and make sure the amps are correct. And so we got a Fox and Hound and used it and tried to find a Fox and Hound is a electrical tool that you plug into the you plug it into the outlet, and then you can use this little wand on the other end. And if it's connected to the outlet that you've plugged it into on the other, what did I just do? I didn't need to go to the farm. Then it makes a buzzing sound, so you can tell which breaker in your box is connected to which thing. And so we used that, we tracked it down, figured it out, and it's on a correct amp breaker. So I'm reading some more, and they're like, oh well, maybe you have to get a new breaker, because after a while, right, they wear down, and you got to get a new one. And so I didn't get a new one, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, all right, well, if it's tripping the breaker, then obviously it's pulling too much power through the breaker, right? And so maybe there's just too much on the breaker. And so flipped the breaker off and figured out what was plugged into where that whole entire wire ran. It's just one side of one room down here. And so I unplugged everything except the air conditioner. Still doesn't. I'm like, alright, this is getting weird. And then one day it didn't do it. It ran the entire day, turned it on and off, no problems. I'm like, okay, this is really bizarre. And I don't feel that the... Did I go too far? No. I don't feel that the power here is the best half the time anyways. I make sure my computer and stuff is plugged into a line conditioner. I can't remember what button gets me out of there. I'm playing too many different versions of Minecraft. And so I thought maybe it was just that. Maybe into the summer, things are just whatever. I'll worry about it the next year. So the next year, the very first day I put it in, it blows the breaker. And I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? I didn't have enough money set aside for a new air conditioner because they're like $400. I mean, I could have charged it or something, but I didn't want to do that. And summers are usually my tight money times, so I trying to budget out my summer, and I don't want to waste any money, and so I didn't budget for an air conditioner. Although I was going to this year, and that didn't work out, and so I was just gonna get a new air conditioner. If the problem persisted, because I was gonna clean it thoroughly this year and see if that helped, because I've never done that before. It's only a couple years old, so how dirty could it be? And so, but it kept blowing the breaker, and so what I wound up doing was I plugged it into a surge suppressor, which is way lower amps than it's supposed to use. 15 amp instead of 25 amp. I know you're not supposed to plug them into that kind of stuff, but it ran fine unless it was really hot outside, and then if it was really hot outside, it would trip the breaker over and over. And then about halfway through the summer, it just got to the point where basically if it needed to be on... Oh man. It's the children of the cactus. It would just trip the breaker over and over, no matter what I did. And I'm like, well, this is stupid. This is a stupid amount of creepers, too. What's going on here? And so I couldn't have it plugged into the wall directly because I don't want to have to put down my keyboard and my mouse and, pause whatever it is I'm doing and walk all the way across the room. Walk across the room is the bad part, but if I was at a desk, it would be different because it's not such a hassle to just stand up from a desk. But my keyboard and my mouse, they're not on a desk. They're on the arm of the chair and a board that sits in my lap here. And so it's not that simple to get in and out of the chair while you're using the computer. And if I'm in this chair, chances are I'm at the computer. And so I I just kept it plugged into the surge suppressor, and so every time I click it off, I just reach down, flip the surge suppressor off, switch it back on, and it would reset its little breaker. And then the air conditioner would come back on, run for 10-15 minutes, blowing air, and then the cooling would come back on. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it would blow the breaker. So that's what I did all... We only had 2 really hot, or 3 hot weeks, so it's not like we use the air conditioner truly that much. But I usually try to keep it at like 70 degrees, 72 degrees in the room. And last summer, I think there were days that I couldn't get the air conditioner to keep it below 88, I think was 89, somewhere in there. And so I'm like, yeah, I can't stand that. That's just way too hot. You know, it's like 100 and something outside, and I'm only 10 degrees cooler in the house. That's not right. That's a useless air conditioner. That's what that is. And so, so this year I was like, all right, I'm just gonna replace the stupid thing then, because I've used it for 4 years, which isn't as long as I expect an air conditioner to last, but whatever. Maybe I got a bad one. It happens. And so I'm like, well, I'll clean it. And so I took the cover off, like I said, brought it in, took the cover off, vacuumed and vacuumed and vacuumed and vacuumed, trying to make sure there was anything. Vacuumed off the little copper coils that are in there that had like spider webs and leaves and stuff, because, you know, it's partially outside, and things like that. That was my map. When we play this on a server, this isn't my portal, but I decided that we were trying to find the new biomes and stuff, because it was all new terrain out here, looking for the new hardened clays and all that. And so I wanted to build a map so we could try and find it. And so this was my map. This is the only map I've got that survived all the changes, because I don't come out here that often. Look, hardened clay. So then I got looking at it, and I'm like, all right, well, there wasn't really all that much stuff on it, so I don't know what its problem was. And so then I went and wrong way. Got looking, and there's a fan in it, and the fan is inside this little closed off area on the back side of what I assume is the cooling radiator for the air conditioner. I'm like, okay, well, the back of that thing is clean. The back of that thing was clean when I started. That was a dead... just picked up 4 blaze rods. So I don't know what is going on with it. I don't know where my cart went either. I sent my cart down through here. It couldn't have gone this far. I think I've lost my cart. Well, that sucks. I'll have to get a new cart. And so I see there's like some screws you can take off to take the cover off. And I take the cover off, and the back side of that radiator is so thick with dirt. Because it's the part that sits outside, and it is so thick with dirt, and you can't reach it. You can't reach that part unless you take the air conditioner completely apart. It was so full of dirt that there's no way air was getting through that. No wonder why the thing wouldn't stay running. And so I I probably scrubbed on that with well, I used the vacuum cleaner, and because the fan's there, you can't really get down into it. And so I'm trying to vacuum it off, and I got some of it off with the vacuum, but I wound up having to take it right outside and get in there with the hose and a brush and stuff, and carefully, not trying to bend any of the little radiator fins, because you know it's that meshy radiator stuff, and it's really sharp aluminum fins that are really close together, and there's hundreds of them, and you know, they're really easy to fold over if you're not careful. But man, I couldn't believe how much dirt was caked in there from the outside air it was sucking in. No wonder why it didn't work. So it's been running for a week now. It has not shut off the power once. Not that it's been really, I guess, that hot, but it wouldn't do this at all. It wouldn't run at all like this last year. I didn't even have to unplug everything from that side of the room, so that's awesome. And that was a really long story, and I just wanted to talk about. So before I can take it outside and hose it out, I had, like I said, vacuumed it, and so I had to move it. And like I said, I can't pick it up by myself. I probably could pick it up by myself, but who wants to injure their back? And so I went and I asked for someone to help, because, you know, there's multiple adult males here who could help me. 2 adult males here besides me that could help me. And so one of them comes down, and I'd already pulled it out of the closet and cleaned it in the middle of the room. I need this yellow clay too, so I'm going to grab that as well. But I'd already pulled it out and cleaned it in the middle of the room, and I use a dolly to move it. And so I'm like, all right, I need you to hang on this so we can get it over by the window. And they're like, okay. And so we you know, put it up on the dolly, and then they hold on to it while he holds on to it while I move it across the room so it doesn't fall off the dolly. And then we get it over in front of the window, and he says, "Is that all you needed?" I'm like, "What? Was that all you needed? You just needed someone to hang on it while you moved it over here?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I needed. I'm going to put it up in the window by myself now." "Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if you wanted help putting it in the window, or if you can do it by yourself." If I could pick it up and put it in the window by myself, then why would I be using a dolly to move it across the room? I don't know. What else did I hear this week? There was something else I thought was really dumb I heard this week. It was something about Mountain Dew. Oh. One of the other people live here. Alright, I know this is already longer than I intended to keep playing here, but they said... So I keep Mountain Dew in the refrigerator down here in the game room, because if you're going to drink pop, where better to have it than in your living room, right? So we got a little refrigerator we keep down here in the game room for pop. That's all that sits in it is Mountain Dew. That's what it's for. And sometimes I put ice cream in the freezer portion of it, but you know, like drumsticks and stuff, but I don't do that very often. So I keep the Mountain Dew down here next to the refrigerator, and then when you drink out the last of the Mountain Dew, you put more Mountain Dew in, and when I put the last one in, I put it on the grocery list, and whoever's the next person to go grocery shopping, whether it's me or not, winds up buying Mountain Dew, right? I mean, that's the way it works. And so they get back from grocery shopping, and I was out mowing lawn, I think, and I come in from mowing lawn, and the one guy's sitting on the floor there, and he's like, so, did you know you have Mountain Dew up here? I'm like, no. Well, there's Mountain Dew in... Oh, there's my cart. There's Mountain Dew in the... Keep it in a closet on the floor, the pop that's not in the refrigerators. There's Mountain Dew in here, so when you need more Mountain Dew, there's Mountain Dew in here. I'm like, okay, and I don't know if you needed any, but I went ahead and bought some more today, so I'd shake my head at that because, one, I always keep the Mountain Dew in the basement, so I don't know why you put it in the closet. Two, I always put Mountain Dew on the list if I decide I'm going to get some Mountain Dew. And three, why are you buying stuff that's not on the list? Seriously, why have a list if you're just gonna randomly buy stuff? I put stuff on the list and they don't buy it, which drives me crazy. Yeah, we didn't get to that part of the list. I don't know how many times I've heard that. So you buy stuff that's not on the list that I don't need. And then you don't buy the things I do put on the list. So I put on the list pepper jack cheese slices for sandwiches. That was on the list. Did not get it. Mountain Dew, not on the list. Got that. So yeah. Alright, well, I am going to call it here. So click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one. And I'll talk to you later.